Hello everyone and welcome back to another video from the Automotive Rate. In this video, I will do a walk around tour of some of the most affordable new cars on sale right now. The cars that I will film in this video include the Mitsubishi Attrage, Honda Fit and Honda City. I'll start off with the Mitsubishi Attrage. This car is also sold as the Mirage and Mirage G4 in other markets, with the G4 being the sedan version. The Mirage nameplate first made its debut for the 1978 model year, but this one is the facelifted version which was first revealed in 2012. In 2017, this car received a first facelift and also received a second facelift in 2019. The sedan version, which is called the Mirage G4 or Attrage, pre-facelift versions were also rebadged and sold as the Dodge Attitude in certain South American markets. The Mirage and Mirage G4 has always been an affordable, fuel-efficient and reliable car with a few compromises, but in my opinion, the benefits outweigh the drawbacks. With that said, let's take a closer look at this car, keeping in mind this is supposed to be one of the most affordable cars in most markets. Starting with the engine, powering this car is the 3A92 naturally aspirated dual overhead cam, 1.2 litre MIVAC equipped 12-valve inline 3-cylinder engine that produces 78 brake horsepower and 106 Nm of torque. Paired with front-wheel drive and a continuously variable transmission or CVT, the car accelerates from 0 to 100 km per hour in 13.3 seconds onto a top speed of 174 km per hour. Acceleration really isn't this car's forte, but makes up for incredible fuel economy. It achieves 20.4 km per litre, which makes it one of the most fuel-efficient non-hybrid cars, ideal for first-time car owners or people looking for simple and reliable transportation. Suspension setup is rather conventional with McPherson struts up front and torsion beam out back. In terms of exterior design, I love the modern-looking front fascia of this car. Body lines along the hood create a sportier illusion, while the second facelift models receive LED projector beam headlights with LED daytime running lights as standard. Incandescent fog lights are present on this particular unit, and the dynamic shield grille makes the front of the car look a lot wider. Also on the front grille is some red accents, creating a sportier vibe. To the side profile, there will be body color mirror caps and door handles, black window surrounds, body lines along the side, and Eco badge, signifying that this is an eco-friendly car. Pre-facelift models rides on 15-inch grey multi-spoke alloy wheels, while the facelifted version uses 15-inch silver multi-spoke alloy wheels, which I have to admit actually makes the side profile look good. Round back of the Mitsubishi Attrage, LED tail lights come standard with incandescent turn signals and reverse light. To the center, there will be badging with a chrome piece, which I personally do not mind. Moving further down, the vertical light reflectors and a simple body color diffuser design completes the rear fascia of this car. With the exhaust tips nicely tucked away under the rear bumper, the rear design looks very clean. Open the rear trunk and you get 450 litres of cargo space, which is a respectable amount for a subcompact sedan, but the rear seats cannot be knocked down, so just keep that in mind. Entering the rear seats of this car, the seats are wrapped in synthetic leather with white contrast stitching, but feels really nice and comfortable. I can actually feel cozy back here as there are plenty of legroom, but the headroom is a little compromised since this is a subcompact sedan. A fold-down armrest is available on the center seat if you are just carrying 2 people at the back, which is recommended as fitting 3 at the second row can be a bit of a squeeze. Rear aircon vents does not come standard, but at this price point, it is something nice to have rather than something that is required to come standard. Moving to the front cabin of this car, I don't find it unpleasant to be in. The materials used might look cheap in some areas, but it's actually a lot better than I thought. Some fake carbon fiber trimmings can be found on some parts of the door panels, which makes it look a little better, although it seems that most of the surfaces on the door panel are finished in hard plastic. On the passenger dashboard, there is a storage space beside the aircon vents and above the glove box, which is a nice added storage area that most cars don't have. Coming standard for this model will be a 70-inch touchscreen infotainment system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Despite the relatively small size, it is very functional and simple to operate, and the same can be said about the rest of the interior. The gloss black surrounds on the infotainment screen adds a slightly more expensive look. As mentioned just now, all the audio and aircon controls are very easy to understand and use. Further down, there will be charging ports and 2 cup holders along with gloss black surround on the gear lever. To be honest, that actually makes the interior look a lot better since the materials used are different. A driver armrest will be standard, but there won't be storage under the center armrest. Something that I find really nice about the interior of this car is the synthetic leather seats. And while it isn't genuine leather, it feels really good, and the white contrast stitching adds a premium look. Alright, taking a look from the driver's side, the standard gauges will be analog. Tachometer will be found all the way to the left, speedometer front and center with a small digital portion giving information like the gear you are currently in, amount of fuel left and your drive range. All the way to the right will be the safety system warning lights, and the eco light will also light up if you have been driving very economically. A multifunctional steering wheel with 10 and 2 grips and gloss black trim feels really good to the touch. As for driving position, it is decent. You are sitting fairly high up for a sedan, which improves the visibility of this car. Overall interior build quality up front is on the cheaper side, but then again this is a fairly affordable car compared to rivals. In summary, the Attrage is an excellent choice for a first car. It compromises on acceleration and build quality, but really makes up for dependability, practicality, fuel economy, and relatively low cost of ownership. However, if you want an affordable hatchback from a more popular and conventional brand here in Singapore, then the Honda Fit might be a better choice for you. Before we take a closer look at this car, a little brief overview. This car made its debut in 2001 with the first generation Honda Fit. This right here is the third generation model sold from 2013 to 2020. The ones sold by the authorized dealers are called the Honda Jazz, but the parallel imported versions are renamed as the Honda Fit. The Fit has been and still is a popular choice for someone looking for basic, reliable and affordable transportation. Not to mention the fuel efficiency and practicality that comes with it. With that said, let's take a closer look at this car and see how it compares with the Mitsubishi Attrage I filmed just now. Starting with the powertrain, this car makes 98 brake horsepower and 119 Nm of torque from the naturally aspirated dual overhead cam, 1.3 litre 16 valve 4-cylinder engine with IV Tech technology. Paired with front-wheel drive and a continuously variable transmission or CVT, the car achieves an incredible 24.6 km per litre. Suspension setup consists of McPherson struts and torsion beam, front and rear respectively. Moving to exterior design up front, there will be body lines along the rather small front hood. A sharp and simple looking design on the headlights, and this car uses halogen reflector headlights with incandescent turn signals. The main front grille is finished in chrome and gloss black trim, which adds a nice touch to the front fascia of this car. Down below there will be a honeycomb design but no fog lights for this particular model. To the side profile there will be body color mirror caps and door handles, black window surrounds, body lines along the side and 14-inch steel wheels with hubcaps. Round back of the car, it definitely has a very unique look to the rear fascia of this car. The taillights are split into two pieces, but the higher piece doesn't actually light up. The lower piece is LED with incandescent reverse light and turn signals. Other than that though, the rear end of this car looks very clean with a gloss black trim running full width across the rear tailgate and some vents to the bottom of the bumper. The exhaust tip is nicely tucked away under the rear bumper, which cleans up the rear of this car. Open the rear trunk and you get 280 liters of cargo space, which isn't really a lot, but the trunk is very tall so it allows you to load taller items. Entering the rear seats of this car, the second row is slightly on the more basic side with fabric seats coming standard. Other than that, features are also on the basic side of things. There will not be aircon vents or an armrest on the center seat, but space is quite decent considering the small size. Legroom is slightly compromised but there is plenty of headroom. Seat comfort is alright and so is the cushioning. Moving to the front cabin of this car, the materials used feels cheap in some areas, but then again, this is one of the most affordable new cars on sale. The silver accents around the aircon vents definitely made the interior look a little better. There will not be a touchscreen infotainment system for this particular model, which makes it look a little basic. Below that will be digital display for the aircon controls. And below that will be cup holders, storage and a few charging ports. Some silver trim surrounds the gear lever and there is plenty of storage space on the center console, as this car doesn't have a center armrest with storage space underneath it. Everything seems great from the passenger side, so let's take a look from the driver's side. Alright, coming in from the driver's side, you will first see the analog gauges. Tachometer is all the way to the left, speedometer is front and center with a digital display all the way to the right, displaying things like odometer, water and fuel gauge as well as driving range. However, there will not be a multifunctional steering wheel, so then again a rather basic interior. Driving position wise, it is great. I'm about 1.75 meters tall and I can easily reach the pedals of this car, and the steering wheel is located in a decent position. As for visibility, the windows are quite big for a modern car, so you shouldn't have a lot of problems maneuvering it. Overall interior build quality up front is definitely on the basic side, and comparing it to the Attrage, I think that car has a better build quality on the interior in terms of layout and design, as well as materials used. To sum up this Honda Fit, this car's amazing sales has a good reason. It's affordable compared to rivals, has great fuel economy, and well-proven incredible reliability record. And while the interior is on the basic side of things, I'm sure that it will last a long time. But what if you want an affordable Honda that is also a sedan? Then the Honda City is a great choice for you. The City in the 6th generation model was sold from 2014 to 2020, before taken over by the 7th generation model sold from 2020 to present. The one sold by the authorized dealer is called the City, while the parallel imported version from Japan will be called the Honda Grace. This City is also related to the Fit that I filmed just now, sharing the same platform, drivetrain, and engine. So let's take a closer look at this car. Powering this car is the L15Z1 naturally aspirated single overhead cam 1.5 liter 16 valve 4-cylinder engine with IV-Tech technology. This engine produces 118 brake horsepower and 145 Nm of torque. Power is sent to the front wheels via a standard CVT or an Earth Dream CVT. The models with the standard CVT were the pre-facelifted ones, while the facelifted models received the Earth Dream CVT transmission and achieved 16.9 km per liter, which is slightly lower than the 17.5 km per liter achieved by the pre-facelifted models. Suspension setup consists of independent McPherson struts up front and axial torsion beam out back, which is a fairly standard setup among cars in this segment. Moving to exterior design, up front you will see body lines along the hood, simple but good looking design on the headlight housing, and the standard unit will be halogen reflector headlights with incandescent turn signals. The chrome piece in the middle of the grille makes the front end look slightly better, and down below will be incandescent fog lights. To the side profile there will be body color mirror caps and door handles, black window surrounds, body lines along the side, and 15-inch dual tone alloy wheels. Round back of the Honda City you will see a little trunk lip spoiler, incandescent tail lights, turn signals and reverse lights, as well as the City and IV-Tech badging, and a chrome piece on the trunk. Moving down below there will be more honeycomb on the diffuser, and the light reflector is down there as well. Overall, the Honda City is a great car if you want everything in a fit, but in a sedan body style. That includes the reliability, fuel economy, practicality, and fairly low cost of maintenance. Since I'll be heading to my next filming location, I have to end the video here. I really want to film this car's interior, perhaps in the future. With that, I'll wrap up the walk-around tour of some of the most affordable new cars on sale right now, the Mitsubishi Attrage, Honda Fit, and Honda City. Thanks for watching.